Hey yo, what's shaking bacon? Hold on, before anything, let me just see. This don't got no music on. Nice. All right. So hold on. I just messed up my green screen. Man, you better stop playing with me. Look at you over here acting up. Now I gotta turn my whole ass head to the camera. Stop, man. I always have problems with this green screen, man. It's always playing games with me. Alright. Put it back into shape. You know what I mean? Yo, but first of all, before anything, I just want to let you guys know. Oh my god, I have 0 viewers. First of all, it's lower than the recommended bit rate. What's good with this? Okay. Okay. Apparently that's supposed to fix it. I was doing something. Oh my god, I'm gonna have all these technical difficulties on this beautiful stream right now. Stream is healthy, nice. Okay. So our settings are good to go. What you mean? Stream's current bitrate is low? That's a lie. Anyway. Yo. First of all, before anything, right? Let's get to it.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
First of all, my man's Bobby Shmurda is out tomorrow. That boy Quavo's gonna go pick him up, so I've heard. Quavo Honcho, a fan of the King of New York. Oh, 6ix9ine, you better watch your bag when Bobby Shmurda come in town, cuz. You know what it is? Two people, the voices of New York. Bobby Shmurda and Big Body Bez. That's a fact. All right, man. I'm gonna just start that off with the little, Bobby Shmurda note. Cool, we chilling. Man, I'm excited for him to get out. It's been a long time. We excited for Bobby to come back into the mix. Whoa, first of all, this stream looks crazy. Let me see if it's oh no. First of all, focus on me. Hey. Okay, cool. Quality's not absolute garbage. I thought it was. Let me just put my P's back down on my phone. That's how I check the stream. You know what I mean? Check it on my phone down here. Oh, stop bumping into me. All right. So basically tonight is the night where I do not play. I don't play games. Not video games. Tonight we're going to be talking about the things that I am passionate about. This is episode 2. All right? So, I'm going to give you guys my insight on all things Marvel right now. We're gonna talk WandaVision. We're gonna talk Spider-Man. We're gonna talk what else? Mephisto in the cut, like a cut. You know who he is. If you don't know, I'll tell you later. You know. Yeah, that's it on Marvel. After that, we're gonna transition into a little bit of anime. There's 2 anime I'm watching right now. I'm a busy man, so I don't regularly watch too much TV. It gets a little difficult for me to catch up with everything, but I still love to talk about it. I still love to keep up with a select few, and I'll be talking about them. Why not? The two anime I'm heavily watching right now, and there's gonna be a third, and I'll talk about it, but probably not like in depth or like up to date as I'm talking about these things that are going on in this stream. So I'm watching Boruto and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those 2 animes right now. Oh my god. The third one is fam. That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. I guess so. Give me the leg so I can fix this. Ow. Hey, nice. I fixed it. All I gotta do is not move. Oh, it's bullshit open on the other side. Alright, nice. Sick. How about we do that? Man, I got you, fam. Don't even worry about it. We're all in this together. Just gotta move it in a little bit more. I gotta cocoon myself, basically. Alright. Nice. Now that we're on the same page, I don't know what I was saying. First of all, I need chapstick. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Hold on. I gotta show you guys what I'm... Ooh. Before anything, you ain't seen the sweater yet. First of all, I wanted to point out mango. Burt's Bees mango. Delicious. Second, look at me. Right here on a... I should put it this way so it doesn't glare on it and shit. Can y'all even see that? You know what I mean? This is me. You see the freckles in the cut like a cut. Alright, nice. Back to it. Jujutsu Kaisen, Boruto, incredible right now. So I'm gonna be talking about the up-to-date episodes. And then what else is going on, man? Let's I did a little special thing for you guys. I wrote it down and all that. I got prepared. I got prepared today. Extra. Who else? Oh, The Promised Neverland. Oof. What a great anime. I'm not caught up though, but when I am, I'll probably throw it in another Monday Night Banter. I'm trying to make this a stamp on my channel. Monday Night Banter. Maybe eventually, I'll change the name or whatever. It doesn't matter. But the fact that we are here does. We are now enjoying... What's this called? I pulled the door on you right now. Monday Night Banter. Alright. So, yeah, let's get into the mix, man. I wanted to start it off with there's this lad over here. His name is YouTube channel 3C Films. So what he's gonna do for me, in order to put you in the context, is he's gonna basically break down episode 7 of WandaVision. So spoiler alert, big spoiler alert. It's gonna happen all over this this here stream. So we're catching up with like everything. So WandaVision episode 7, if you have not watched that, then you should go watch that now and then come back to my channel and watch this. I guarantee you some good insight will come afterwards. Alright? I started up with my mans. I gotta set y'all up. "3C Films, Episode 7 Breakdown." Alright, brother. Show me what you got.
Oh, okay. It's Agnes is the villain. That's not a big shock.
Sis, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
It's
that is how it
Agnes
starts.
the villain. That's not a big shock right there.
And I killed Sparky too.
Oh, this dead. Hey, WandaVision fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Episode 7 has premiered online, and it is finally starting to pull back the curtain on what is actually going down in WandaVision. What I'm going to be doing here for you guys is giving you my recap, my reaction to WandaVision Episode 7, along with...
Also, worth mentioning, this is also these are all going to be live reactions. So I know what he's doing because, you know, I skimmed through it, but you know, I don't know every single detail of what he's about to say. I just know that he's summarizing episode 7. So we're in this together. All right? You and me.
breaking it down and pointing out things you might have missed, stuff that they're hinting at that leads to the larger MCU. Really a lot of great details in here, and now I'm just hoping the remaining episodes can be much longer and they don't keep ending.
Let me point this out, man. Let me point this out. Look at these. Look at the collectibles. Man. Yo, also, shout out to my boy Nerd Stuff. He also has a really nice collection. He has a really dope collection. This guy too, 3C Films, nice. Look at these pops. And they're actually from the WandaVision series. Like, he went out of his way to get these. Sick. You know?
Right when my heart is at its peak of pounding. So be sure you guys leaving your thoughts and theories down below after everything that's been revealed here. Were you shocked at all by the Agnes reveal? Who do you think Pietro Evan Peters is? Because there were so many hints. He's definitely not who he says he is. And this time, we got a damn post-credit scene.
Alright. Before he says it, I want to point out and say, I just want to jump at it before he does. Pietro has to be Mephisto.
You're doing things right. Alright, so beginning off the episode, we start with the modern era of sitcoms. What we get, sort of like The Modern Family, The Office, a lot of fourth wall breaking, characters talking directly to the camera and even looking at them, stuff I absolutely love. Wanda is waking up from the night before of the Halloween event. The twins rush to their sides, and right away, you can see kind of a difference right here with Billy and Tommy. In the previous episode, Tommy, aka Speed, was wearing blue in inspiration of his uncle, but it seems now that we're getting rid of Quicksilver, or finally revealing who he is, and Tommy is becoming his own man, going to his traditional color of green, while Billy over here, Wiccan, is still wearing the red, blue, and white that he has been wearing. That's traditional with his costume.
Yes,
just a little small evolution there with the character I like to see. And something else I like to see is, man, Vision, how are you not waking up in that bed next to her? But from there, we start to get hints that Wanda is no longer in control of this reality, or it is starting to slip.
Yo, first of all, hold on. We're not gonna brush that by. They had GameCube controllers with no wire.
Things start to revert back to different eras. Some objects
and they weren't wireless.
To the 70s or the 80s.
Like, you could literally see the hole into
My
it.
favorite part is when the kids were playing their video games, and we go through the different.
Did it just freeze? Don't play with me like that. I'm on stream, cuz. What you doing?
Sitcoms that we have been seeing. My
is this just
part is when
paused?
the kids were playing their video games, and we go through the different era of games. Nintendo 64 and Atari, going all the way to the classics.
Ooh, the Uno. Know what I mean?
Uno. You didn't think I had Easter eggs? But the reason this is happening, or my
Relax.
best guess to it, is because since she expanded the barrier of the Hex, it is now much larger than she anticipated, that her powers are just not able to withhold and manipulate reality on all these different objects.
Yep.
Cutting to this week's theme song.
That is also something I noticed. If you watch episode 7, like, you'll see everything tweaking, like how he's mentioning, and then it's only after she expanded the domain in episode 6, where she expanded to create the circus. Like, I feel like her little town, it'd probably be even better if she would just shrink it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, she'd probably be in full effect. Nice, easy, everything smooth sailing.
That yes is inspired by The Office. If you did not hear that Office undertone as all the title cards were playing, I feel sorry for you, man, because that was awesome to hear. I was just bumping, dancing in my seat. When we get back,
so that intro, he did say The Office, but it was also a combination of Modern Family. You know, you had 2 in there, and there was another one that actually was an outro. I forgot the name of the show. I think it was like Hello or something like that. I don't know. But I know that the actual the actual word for it was hello, and then it would flip on to different scenes and say that and on in the fourth. But I don't know the name of the show. I just know that happened.
back to what Wanda is doing again, we're just seeing her interact with objects that are turning back and forth from different eras. One in particular is the milk, and when it's a carton, it does have a missing child sign. Now, a lot of us have been noticing that the set photos for Spider-Man 3 also have a lot of missing children.
Very connected.
We think that all the children
very
that were
connected,
brought
more
into
than you
Westview
think.
for the Halloween episode were people taken outside the world and brought
At least
into
I
Westview
theorize.
to fill in that void that Wanda was feeling. This card right here could represent a lot of the missing
Fred!
children there as well. It's also kind of funny that they blurred out that face.
That
But on
was
the
his
other side
name.
of Westview, we have Vision waking up to the carnival that once was the Sword headquarters. These couple scenes really just blew my mind. Because
Yo, he woke up like, what
telling
the
yourself
fuck?
when you first saw Vision in Age of Ultron that eventually he would be running around
wanna
in
pick
a
a fight
circus
with me?
location,
what
talking
he looked
directly
like.
to the camera. It's just stuff that's happening in WandaVision with things I never thought we'd ever see. But I
You
love
talking
that
to me?
we're actually getting
Look
it.
at Vision.
Darcy's
You talking to
fictional
me?
character is introduced as
You're
a
not talking to
circus
me.
act who's going to
Oh,
escape
yes, I
a
am.
bunch of chains, sort of like a magician. That is until Vision
Alright, me
finally
too.
does his little head trans thing, pulling them out of the loop, and Darcy sort of filling him in on everything that he's missed and can't remember outside of Westview. It's finally nice to know that
Nice.
Vision knows the full context of everything that we've seen. It also is kind of important because, again, they are name dropping people like Ultron, bringing up the fact of the parts he's made up of, that he comes from coding of Jarvis, Tony Stark's AI, but his body was meant for Ultron. All things that I feel like are leading to a secondary villain that might pop up, especially now that we know what was behind the firewall that director Hayward
You
was
reckon
hiding,
Ultron
and
comes
it was the
back?
plans, Project Cataract, to bring Vision back to life, thus to be able to protect the world if something were to happen again. Now, they weren't very clear whether Hayward was hoping he could be controlled, like he could be their own personal robot for Sword and he'd be out there doing missions, or Hayward just truly believes, look, a lot of crap has happened. We need as many heroes as we can. Vision was one of the most powerful, so if we can bring him back to life, that would be good for us. Because Monica and Jimmy Woo really seemed eager to let Wanda
sure.
know that this was Hayward's plan, that that's what he was wanting to do with Vision. As far as why it's called Project Cataract, there's been a lot of debate around that. Some say that it's connected to the X-Men universe, but now knowing that the file was named for Vision, if you look at the definition for cataract, it's a medical condition in which the lens of the eye becomes progressively opaque, resulting in blurred vision. So it might just be a little bit of a clever name inserted into Vision, but if you pair that up with every single WandaVision episode ending with the end credits going directly into Vision's eye, it could have a bigger meaning. This also does lend a little bit of
Wow.
credit to the Ultron theories that maybe Hayward could have accidentally been bringing back Ultron in the attempt to bring Vision back to life.
Stop
But to me, it's just
playing.
kind of a little further point that Hayward isn't all as bad as it seems, because he was trying to bring back to life one of the biggest heroes to keep protecting the universe. But along with more details on what's going on outside the bubble, again, more characters that us
Man, fuck
WandaVision
Hayward.
fans are hoping are someone bigger that turn out to be nobodies. We have had the beekeeper. So far we have Dottie. And now the aerospace engineer that really did not even seem to pop up here, or was just this military friend that was helping them out. A lot of people were hoping it was John Krasinski as Reed Richards, maybe even an X-Men character, someone out there. A Hank Pym really turned out to be nobody we really knew. But it brought the thing that they were hoping to do, which is go into the barrier and make that explosion to destroy the Hex, something they talked about in previous episodes. And then while unfortunately the truck was not able to go through, we did get the actual final origin story of Monica Rambeau becoming Spectrum. This is something the show has been hinting at endlessly every episode, saying that her body's changing every time she goes into Westview, that when they were taking x-rays of her, that they couldn't even make out the inside of her body. And here we finally get it with her Spectrum vision, being able to see energy. That's mainly what her powers are. She's able to turn her life force into energy and project it out. Now fans are still debating what name they're going to give her, whether it's going to be Spectrum or Photon. My main thinking is, since they already named her mother Photon and we got to see that Easter egg in WandaVision, she'll most likely adopt the name of Spectrum, unless she just wants to be named after her mother. The glowing blue eyes were cool, but it was also awesome to see her in her black and white colors, something that will be her traditional outfit in the future. I saw some people suggest that they should just make a black and white version of the Captain Marvel suit, and that could fit her perfectly. I think that's a great idea.
That's pretty sick.
It's also worth noting Captain Marvel and her life was kind of flashing as she was going through Westview, hearing her family members, her mother, her grandfather, and even Captain Marvel at one point speak. This is all really going to come into play and give us a deeper meaning when she shows up.
We get Kevin Feige in the cut,
which is confirmed now. When talking about the commercial,
that's that man's uniform,
this episode,
a polo blazer,
a big one.
and a
Not
dad
only
cap.
was it hilarious that they went with an antidepressant commercial that, is on all the time because all of us be depressed. But the name of the drug is called Nexus, and if you look up Nexus in the Marvel Universe, there is something called the Nexus Timeline, and this place sort of works as the lobby or the hub where all the realities intersect one another. If you're in America, you could also think of it as the four corners where these four states meet up in one specific spot. Nexus is the one place where all these alternate realities or multiple universes meet up, and in the comics, sometimes it has even been Wanda herself that is the Nexus, being the center of all these multiverse realities, which again just goes to the bigger theory of what we're going to see coming out of WandaVision, that she's going to break reality, bringing people in from the multiverse, the Spider-Man characters, seeming like she already brought in a version of Quicksilver, and of course Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. It could be now that they explain that the Hex is actually the Nexus itself and is the center where all these alternate realities intersect, and maybe the people inside Westview are just alternate reality versions of other people. Still, I think this is definitely going to come back into play, and if they explode the Hex or it just expands all over the Earth, it's going to basically mean that the Earth becomes the center point where all the multiverse and alternate realities come together. Also worth pointing out, it's again the same characters that we've been seeing in the previous commercial.
You're okay. Sorry, I have a slight issue. Yo, what's good with you? It was flashing. All right. Thor Washington. Yeah, my boy Nerd Stuff. Let's go in the cut. Yo. What he's saying, it's like, wait, hold on. Like, how could the Hex expand if she's literally, like, exhausting her powers while she's only spread over a town? She's exhausting herself. Like, the Hex is not gonna cover the Earth. Dude.
Commercials that we still think are Wanda's parents, but that has been yet to be confirmed. One thing I definitely want to bring up here is when we're checking in on Agnes babysitting the twins, we have Billy bring up a little interesting fact.
Yeah, bro, this big spoilers. You know what?
He was mentioning earlier in the episode that he
I should put that in my
head, and it's really his powers coming to life. Where I guess one of them that he adopts is the ability to read minds. However, when he's alone with Agnes, he mentions, "I like being here with you because it's quiet. You're quiet on the inside," saying Wiccan can't really read her thoughts or hear any of the other thoughts going on in Westview. For a point, I thought maybe that Agnes is dead and she really didn't have a soul or a mind to actually read. Getting to the ending of the episode when it's revealed she's Agatha Harkness, no shock, no surprise. We all kind of saw that coming. Still kind of cool the way they did it and revealed it. We now know it's because she's a magical being and probably has a block for stuff like that where magic can't get through and her thoughts can't be read. But since we're on this point, like, okay, it was the reveal nobody was shocked about, at least people who were watching all these YouTube.
Yeah, and there's stuff, but like right now, at her current state, I don't reckon she can do that. Yeah, like she's really exhausting herself right now. Like you see all the glitches. She's them powers is fainting right now, cuz. But maybe after her fight with Agatha, I don't know, she could obtain like, you know, extra like power energy. No.
Theory videos that Agnes would become Agatha Harkness the witch, who in the comics was training Wanda, was also making the deal to take her children away. And that's kind of what was revealed here, is Agnes was after her children all along. Where they disappeared in that basement, who knows? Probably gave them up to her master Mephisto, but now I'm starting to think Mephisto never really was in here. Yeah, I know, kind of a shocker there. A lot of us were saying Mephisto. But they straight up say right here, it was her all along with that catchy song that's going to be playing all the way till next Friday on episode 8 of WandaVision in my house. But we see how she had been manipulating the town, doing a lot of stuff, controlling people, and we know that she for sure was the person that Vision's co-worker said that she's in my head, planting memories, get her out, help me. It wasn't Wanda, it was just a misdirect, and Wanda really isn't the villain as they were making her out to be. What's left now in the next episode is for us to finally reveal what her reasoning for doing all this, and it seems pretty clear. It is the children. She was after them all along. Wouldn't be surprised if it's revealed that she made a deal with Wanda, that I'll bring Vision back to life, give you a happy world if you let me have your children for a sacrifice. The biggest clue to what is helping her do all this though is right there, and that is the book in the Marvel Comics known as the Darkhold. The Darkhold is this evil ancient book, also named the Book of Sins. You can think of it as the Necronomicon for the Marvel Universe. And it's just a book filled with spells that a witch like Agatha Harkness would use. And you saw it glowing, so it's probably what was feeding power to Wanda to be able to create the Hex and gave her all this extra strength and abilities to be able to create this world. One funny thing to mention though, that this book was kind of already shown up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe if you were a watcher of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There was a whole story arc involved with the Darkhold that even brought in Ghost Rider, played by Gabriel Luna. And now I know people might get mad at me when I say this, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of on the line of whether it is fully canon or only kind of canon. The only reason I say that is because if Kevin Feige was not directly involved in the storytelling of it, it's not super considered canon, kind of like the Netflix shows that Kevin Feige has said are not canon and are just available for inspiration. But if they are going to take everything that happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and make it full canon here, then we have our entryway for Ghost Rider to show up. Also, the book does look a little different from the way it did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so maybe they could reveal this as a completely different evil book and not necessarily the Darkhold. But I gotta believe it's the Darkhold, and this will be the MCU definitive version of it. In the comics, the Darkhold was also used to bring to life an elder god known as the Sithon. He was even a warrior of Thanos at one point, and one way to bring this elder god to life would be through a sacrifice, and that could be what the children of Wanda are being used for. But aside from that, also the big thing I noticed that I was like, okay, we now know this could actually still be Quicksilver from the Fox universe, is we see Agatha Harkness was controlling Evan Peters' character the entire time, making him douchey, telling him what to say, kind of working as the messenger for Agnes. Oh, and really quick, speaking of messenger, we had the mailman show up again. His name was Presto, Mephisto. I'm still on that theory, y'all. So before
Mephisto's definitely in the cut, but I really think he's Quicksilver.
Be the Fox universe. She pulled him in from the multiverse
because he might be triple,
right now, since we now know this is kind of the
triple
Nexus,
faking. Or do you reckon Agatha was behind Quicksilver the whole time?
But then that end credit scene came up, and it ruined my theory because he was like, Snooper's gonna snoop.
Yeah!
It's now becoming my life motto. Not only did Quicksilver dress completely different than what we would think, I guess this is modern day Quicksilver, but it's definitely showing He's in cahoots with Agnes, whether he's still under her mind control or not. Could he be the husband Ralph in disguise? If that were the case, I don't see the reason for why Agatha would need to manipulate and use magic on this version of Quicksilver if it is a suit disguise for Mephisto. But he still seems to be some sort of bad guy that's gonna grab Monica and take her down to that basement, and I think episode 8 will finally get the reveal, because even all throughout this episode, they were calling Quicksilver an imposter. They were saying, this guy's not your uncle. Who is he really? Still, getting to the end, we're getting so many answers along with so many questions. I loved episode 7. I thought it was really good. I want to know your guys' thoughts and theories down below with everything that
Alright, I'm gonna throw you back into the in and out. Alright, so with that, if you saw that scene at the end with Pietro, dude, that's a Mephisto-ish, right? I reckon that's Mephisto. And I think, alright, I'm gonna throw my theory in the mix, alright? Wait, before anything, hold on. Let me, hold on. Ah! Look at me, making a mess. Hold on. Alright. So,
this episode, what are...
Shut up, please. Alright. And then, before I throw my theory in the mix, I want you guys to watch the post-credit scene for WandaVision Episode 7. Like, I want you to watch it instead of, like, his little... Like, look at you. What's down there?
Snooper's gonna snoop.
You know? Yo. I never put it. Whoops. Alright, hold on. My bad. Look at me. Making a mess. Making a mess. Alright.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
That's the... Yo. Oh, man. That is Mephisto. Okay? If you don't know who Mephisto is basically... He's a demon. And he's in control of, I believe, the underworld. Hell, whatever you want to call it. And so, basically how Mephisto works is like, you want a deal, you make a deal with him, you selling your soul, brother. And so, with that being said, you know, he's in that range. He can disguise himself and shit, you know, get extra Satan-y with it, you know what I mean? And so, let me take you guys back to In and Out. Why is this, yo, stop showing me these colors. Hold on. There we go. No? Okay, maybe not. I'm just trying to fix something, guys. My bad. Because this is tweaking. Recording was... Whatever. Alright. Hopefully this fixed it, whatever I just did. I kind of didn't. But, alright. So, oof. I just love getting into this. Why? because if you guys know about Civil War in the comics, Spider-Man reveals his identity. And so you'll see why I'm transitioning from WandaVision into Spider-Man. Yo, I'm gonna connect the dots for you guys. Don't worry. I set this up, right? There's a comic that comes after Civil War. A Spider-Man comic. Shout out my boy Wes. My boy Wes put me on. Spider-Man One More Day. This is the comic where Peter Parker is about to lose Aunt May due to the unveiling of his identity during Civil War. And so right now at this point in the MCU movies, Spider-Man also has his identity revealed, meaning Aunt May is in danger. And so is MJ, if people know about him that personally. You know? And so, with that being said, we're going to transition into the next vid. Get me out of here. Okay, so little backstory on this comic. It's not very loved. Like a lot of the majority, the vast, large community really disliked this comic. And it is because, all right,
What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and first things first, I apologize if I sound a little nasally, but I'm getting over a cold right now.
You good, bro?
I've taken all kinds of Alka-Seltzer, and I'm trying to beat
What's his
it out of
name?
it.
Let me shout him out
But
real
the
quick.
videos have to be made, so...
Comics Explained.
So what I wanted to do here
That's
is
my
I wanted to
mans.
have a conversation about Spider-Man One More Day. And what I'm hoping
Yes,
is
sir.
that by the end of this video,
Tell
you'll have an understanding
'em.
of why this story is largely considered to be one of the most controversial Spider-Man stories ever
Tell
told.
'em. Ooh.
So Spider-Man One More Day was
Ooh.
a 4-part miniseries in 2007 that was written by J. Michael Straczynski and Joe Quesada with input from some of Marvel's top writers, including Brian Michael Bendis, Mark Miller, Jeff Loeb, and Ed Brubaker. Now, while Spider-Man One More Day
Names.
can be considered self-contained, the full arc actually starts immediately after Civil War, with the Spider-Man Back in Black event taking place in Amazing Spider-Man issues number 538 through 545, Sensational Spider-Man issues 33 through 40, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issues 17 through 23, all of which lead directly into the One More Day event proper. Now, prior to the release of One More Day, editor-in-chief
Who's this
Joe
guy?
Quesada had stated in a 2009 interview with Comic Book Resources that he believed the Marvel Universe had fallen into a position of stagnation, something he vehemently disagreed with. And so once he was placed in the position of editor-in-chief,
To be honest, bro, I just
as
want you to.
unpredictable as
Yeah,
it
there
had
you go.
been in the 1960s, which resulted in the Civil War event.
There we
And
go.
the third goal was to
Civil
return
War.
Spider-Man back to his roots as being a single male. Now, regarding this third goal, Joe Quesada
up,
had
man.
felt that the marriage between Peter Parker and Mary Jane could only produce so many viable stories before it began to run its course, before it began to run stale, and that in order for Marvel to be able to effectively produce Spider-Man stories for the next 20 to 30 years, the marriage between Peter and Mary Jane would have to have been ended at some point in time. Now, if this is a concept that sounds familiar to you, it may be because this is the exact same stance that was taken by Jerry Conway during the death of Gwen Stacy. But regardless, to accomplish this final goal, Joe Quesada orchestrated the One More Day event, which centered on two main ideas. The first was the retcon of the marriage between Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson, and the second was the direct fallout from Peter Parker's public reveal of his identity as Spider-Man during the Civil War conflict.
You hear that? Civil War in the comics Yeah, look, my name is Peter Parker. I've been Spider-Man since I was 15 years old. In a cut, like a cut. You heard him? In the comics, he also takes Iron Man's side, but there is a turn of events in the comics that does not happen in the movies, and that's perfectly fine. But it still works out. You're gonna see. After this video plays out, I'll connect. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
So during the Spider-Man Back in Black event, the Kingpin of Crime, Wilson Fisk, after learning that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, orchestrates a hit on him, and while Spider-Man is able to pull both Mary Jane Watson and himself out of the path of the bullet, Aunt May is actually shot instead. Now, the elements of Back in Black deal with Spider-Man's pursuit of the Kingpin. The most important part of this story, as it pertains to One More Day, is how Spider-Man deals with Aunt May being shot, because this directly influences the events of One More Day itself. In Sensational Spider-Man number 40, the final issue of the Back in Black series, Peter received a visit from the One Above All, the absolute power within the Marvel multiverse. Now, while it's unknown why the One Above All chose to visit Peter, what Marvel gives us is this insight into the mind of Peter Parker himself. Due to having suffered the loss of Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, Harry Osborn, and facing the possible loss of Aunt May, Peter perceives his life to be a cascade of failures. Moreover, during his conversation with the One Above All, Peter states that he would be willing to give up anything to keep Aunt May alive, even going so far as having his entire life rewritten so that he never becomes Spider-Man in the first place. Now, in response to this, the One Above All shows Peter the thousands of people whose lives he's saved during his time as Spider-Man. But because these individuals are in fact only people that Peter Parker had rescued, and because he has no real connection to them, the message from the One Above All about the value of the lives that Peter has saved is effectively lost. And so ultimately the journey between the two of them culminates in Peter simply just outright asking the One Above All if it's possible for Aunt May to be kept alive, to which point the One Above All replies that everyone has a role to play, and that while it may be unfair, that this is the role of Peter Parker, to lose his uncle, to lose several friends, to lose Gwen Stacy, and now possibly lose his Aunt May. And so these feelings of emptiness that immerse Peter Parker are what actually lead him into his decision-making process with the One More Day event itself. Now, having said all that, as we get into One More Day, what we find here is that Aunt May is still hospitalized, and that she's actually in a coma. And so because Peter Parker and Mary Jane are unable to cover the cost of Aunt May's medical bills, Peter turns to Tony Stark. However, because Peter had turned against Tony during the Civil War conflict, his arrival at Stark Tower is
organic living
hostility. But after a brief skirmish, Peter's able to subdue Tony Stark. And what Peter tells us is that because Tony had convinced Peter to reveal his identity publicly, that the current state of Aunt May is Tony's fault. And so as a result, Peter demands that Tony cover the cost.
This is why, okay, so MCU did an amazing job at letting you know that there wasn't really, you could really choose between the sides in the Civil War of the MCU. Now in the comics, it was like, yo, it's Cap. It's Cap. You gotta go with Captain America. And his team was, basically the rebellion. It was like, no, we're not giving up our identities just because you want to participate with the government. I don't gotta do that. I don't gotta unmask myself.
Medical bills to maintain her stay in the hospital. However, Tony declares that nothing of the sort's going to happen, and that even if he wanted to help, involving himself with Peter Parker, who's now considered to be a fugitive, would go against Tony's current stance on registration. And so as a result, Tony allows Peter to escape, but after mulling things over for a little bit, Tony Stark actually changes his mind. And what he does is he sends Jarvis to the hospital under a false name, and actually pays the hospital $2 million to ensure the care of Aunt May. Now following this, things take a turn, in that, to hear critics and fans tell it, the story takes a tumble down the metaphorical rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Once Aunt May's stay at the hospital is secured, Peter and Mary Jane are informed that the only thing keeping Aunt May alive is the life support system, and that they're basically informed that there's nothing that can be done for her. So seeking out the assistance of Dr. Strange and being rebuked in the process, Peter eventually comes across a little red-headed girl. Now, while this little girl is ambiguous in that she provides no information regarding her name or where her parents are, what she does tell Peter is that she can help him save Aunt May.
Pay
And so,
attention to
following
this
this
little girl
and actually losing her down an alleyway, the Peter's taken on this strange journey where he meets a video game developer. And in what seems to be an attempt at a philosophical discussion, the developer tells Peter that the reason people love reading books pertaining to superheroes and playing video games involving superheroes is because they can't be a superhero themselves, and by extension, they have no real impact on the world around them. In video games and books, however, they control everything. They can fight crime as a hero, or they can become the villain. And while this dialogue is a little sloppy and a little clumsy, what Marvel appears to be doing here is giving us a reflection of Peter's inability to cope with the randomness of life and the events that happen, but that despite life's insanity, Peter has great power, and that because of this, he should be grateful, rather than asking for things to change. Now, following Peter's encounter with this man, we find that Peter meets a second man. Now, the second man makes his appearance known by informing Peter that he believes he knows where the little girl had gone to. Then after catching a ride, the older man explains to Peter that he had been the school nerd, and that while the jocks got the girls and the glory, that he was picked on all the time. However, he eventually became an inventor, creating all kinds of devices and gadgetry, leading to him becoming extremely wealthy and employing the various high school jocks and bullies as janitors and the like. Now, while Peter initially congratulates him on getting everything he ever wanted, the older man simply replies by saying that the one thing he didn't get was a girl he knew in high school. Now, at this point, the journey between Peter Parker and the second man actually comes to an end, and Peter simply just dropped off in an alleyway where he's directed to find the young girl, to find the little redheaded girl. But on his way, he comes across the third and final person, who's actually revealed to be an attractive older woman. Now, as the two of them begin to talk, she reveals that the video game developer Peter met was an alternate reality version of himself, and that in this reality, Peter's anger over never receiving attention from women and the constant bullying led him to turn his anger inward, causing him to isolate himself from people and becoming immersed in video games because it was the one element of his life that he could control. What she also explains here is that the older man is a version of Peter from a different reality as well, and that in this reality, rather than directing his frustration inward, he directs it outward in attempting to prove that he has value. And so, becoming a tinkerer and a designer of gadgets, this version of Peter Parker eventually develops Parker Industries, which seems to be a replacement for Stark Industries in that alternate reality.
Parker Industries. Okay. This is key right now. You're listening to what he's saying, right? What's going on in the MCU? Iron Man just handed the Eden glasses to Spider-Man, aka he's passing him the torch. This comic has a lot more to do with the MCU right now than people want to.
And while his skills and technology garnered him a great amount of wealth, that his life was ultimately hollow, because the driving force behind his existence was to simply prove other people wrong. Now, the reason for Peter being shown these various versions of himself is revealed when the woman eventually casts off her disguise, revealing herself to be the demon Mephisto, the ruler of Hell and the Marvel Universe. Now, while Mephisto informs Peter that he has the power to save Aunt May, the power to do this, or the ability for Mephisto to do this, requires that Peter make a bargain with him. Now, historically, Mephisto's bargains with mortals always involved Mephisto taking the souls of the mortals themselves. And so what Peter says is that before he can do or make any decision about this, that he first needs to talk to Mary Jane. And so at this point, Peter's actually taken to where Mary Jane is located, where it's revealed that Mephisto has been having this exact same conversation with her. And like Peter, Mary Jane says that she can't make this decision without talking to Peter Parker first. Now, while the two were initially hesitant, but both desire to save Aunt May, they ask what the terms of the bargain with Mephisto are, which is revealed to be the sacrifice of the marriage between both Mary Jane and Peter.
Okay. So, he just said that in order for him to save Aunt May, he had to give up the love that he had with Mary Jane. Now, I don't know whether in the MCU they actually are gonna play with Aunt May's life like that. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe so, because Happy's a love interest at the same time, and that could just be even more of a reason why they would throw him in the mix. But that's besides the point. Him and MJ right now in the MCU, they just connected. So I think it'd be perfect, like a perfect tease, if the MCU were to just drop one of these deals on them real quick. He's like, let's separate them so they can find each other again and make sure that they're really like, because at this point where they are in the MCU, they had just became a thing. So it's like, isn't it crazy to just have it just ripped apart from you right then and there? And then for Spider-Man to slowly and heartbreakingly have to like put it back together and then have it be a unit in the even further movie, the fourth. You see me?
What Mephisto tells us is that the love between Mary Jane and Peter is beyond compare, and that only this will satisfy as payment for saving the life of Aunt May. And the reason for this is because Mephisto himself admits that he thrives on the suffering of mortals, and that what will happen here is that while the marriage will be null, while it will be as though they never were married, they had never become a romantic couple, that a fraction of their soul, some part of their soul, will remember what this life is, will remember the fact that they were actually married before things changed, and that the suffering that will stem from this is something Mephisto can quite literally feast on. And so what happens here is that Peter Parker and Mary Jane eventually give in, and they simply sacrifice their marriage to Mephisto. And so what this does is it changes the time stream in its entirety. But furthermore, what Mephisto reveals is that the little girl who had initially appeared to Peter Parker was actually their daughter, and that this future version of their child will actually never exist, because instead of keeping themselves married, they've chosen to save Aunt May, and so by virtue of never having been married, this child will never exist. And so what this does is this results in Peter Parker waking up the next day and having no recollection of ever having been married to Mary Jane Watson. So following the release of One More Day, the story was met with universally negative reactions from almost all media outlets and fans. In truth, the kind of backlash received from this story hadn't been seen since the death of Gwen Stacy, and actually led to writer J. Michael Straczynski distancing himself from the project. I could imagine this was because many fans had felt that where the death of Gwen Stacy taught Spider-Man the difference
where's my cursor?
Acting like a hero and being the hero.
This part is not important, right? Give me a second. I'll take y'all back to In and Out. That is so not New York of me. Alright. Stay. Yo, do you know that my last stream messed up because my laptop closed? Fucked up the whole audio, man. Laptop said, boop. It was done. That's it. But yeah. So as you guys witnessed, yo, bro, come on. Dang. Hold on. I gotta make sure that. Yeah, for sure. That made me lose my train of thought.
The marriage of Peter and Mary Jane was one of...
I will regain my thoughts. Do not worry. Fear not. This happens all the time. Right, here we go. So Spider-Man. Bro, hold on. Christ, man, you can hear that whole Dominican conversation in the background. Christ. Alright. So, basically, you know, I really think that this comic is gonna go very well into play with, connecting WandaVision with, Spider-Man. So yeah, WandaVision is, for me, has absolutely have to be, the link where, you know, the introduction to Mephisto. This is where we're gonna meet him, and I reckon he's gonna play a part in the next Spider-Man movie, in at least the sense of his identities the being erased from everyone's memory. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna make some type of deal with Mephisto, and the same way WandaVision is also introducing the multiverse. I feel like that's what's gonna introduce the whole Tobey Maguire, like other dude was saying. I forgot his name. 3C Films. There we go. Where, you know, you connect the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and then, you know, our current. That's WandaVision was the introduction to the multiverse. Well, I feel like episode 8, that's where you're really gonna see it be showcased like that, where they really talk about the world that meets worlds, right? All right then. And in other Marvel news, I have not watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer. I've never, you know, I love Captain America as a character. Like, I think he's super dope. Like, he's always trying to be righteous and cool. You know, he's an old head. But besides his like story, I never really like looked into his like comics like that. So I've never dived into Falcons either. So, you know, this is gonna be pretty fresh to me. Like, I have no idea what's gonna go down this path. Alright. So I'm gonna throw y'all back into the YouTubes. Another reaction. Back to back reactions. Hey. Who's that guy? Alright. So, ooh, nice. We got it. Alright, cool. I know who this is. Alright, so shout out Emergency Awesome. I watch him from time to time, you know. He helps me connect dots, and then I come up with my own theories off of his, you know, little stemmies. Because I listen to things, and then I'm like, it would make a little bit more sense if, you know, you do this, and that. That's just in my head. Whatever. But I really wanted just to see the breakdown to this, just so I can feel a little more oriented in this, you know, side of the MCU, because I don't think I watched the second Captain America movie, the Winter Soldier one. I don't think I watched it. I want to though. I might do my homework just so I could watch this with full confidence. But I feel like this is gonna throw me into a little bit of confidence, just because it's gonna break it down for you and for me at the same time. Live reaction. You know what I mean? Let's go. Why is this not full HD?
A good friend of mine once said, The price of freedom is high.
Roy.
It always will be.
I've always been kind of confused. I don't know if they're competing for the mantle.
Where do we start?
People need this symbol. They need a cap.
Where do we start?
Okay. Hold on.
Hello, girl, kick your
Streaming soon, exclusively on Disney Plus.
Sweet Jesus. I mean, how old are you?
That little girl kicked your ass.
Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be my new Falcon
Hey,
Winter
Charlie.
Soldier trailer video. They just dropped
my
a new
mans.
trailer with a bunch of new Marvel Easter eggs. I'll talk about the connections to what's happening on WandaVision because there'll be a little bit of crossover in what's happening and some of the bigger things that they're setting up for Marvel Phase 4 just
No
in
idea.
general. Because obviously everything's connected. The series are supposed to influence what's happening in the movies. And in the way that
Yep.
WandaVision is helping set up Doctor Strange,
I'm pretty
2,
sure it's gonna
Spider-Man
influence
3
Spider-Man.
in the Marvel X-Men mutants in the MCU, Falcon and Winter Soldier will also set up a bunch of other different stuff too. So we'll talk about Thunderbolts, Red Hulk, Weapon X, all the big stuff that's coming up. Of course, I'll be doing videos for all the episodes, so be sure to subscribe if you're brand new to my channel, and we'll do the Disney Plus giveaways every week during that as well too. Also, for those of you that like longer episodes, because WandaVision episodes have been around 20 to 30 minutes long, Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes are supposed to be closer to 40, 42 minutes. To Weapons Plus, because of what happened during the 5-year time jump, they'll also probably help set up what's going on during the Armor Wars series, which is basically going to be the War Machine series taking place next year.
I have
Don
no
Cheadle
idea
didn't
about
say
War
how many
Machine.
episodes he's going to be in. He just said he's going to show up during Falcon and
I've
Winter
had
Soldier,
zero
so we'll just find out
interest
when we
in
actually start getting those.
that
The
robotic
new trailer
man.
footage begins with just more of their funny buddy cop rivalry on the plane, then Falcon's voiceover. He's quoting Captain America from way back during the Captain America Winter Soldier movie. It was when he hijacked the comm system to reveal Hydra's plan to all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in the Triskelion, asking them for his help to stop Hydra and launching the new helicarriers
said,
from
"Help
Arnim
me."
Zoll's algorithm. This is the full scene of him talking about the price of freedom in context and what that actually meant.
You launch those helicarriers today, Hydra will be able to kill anyone that stands in their way. Unless we stop them. I know I'm asking a lot. But the price of freedom is high. It always has been. It's a price I'm willing to pay.
But the way they're using the quote
Wow,
during
that
Falcon
little
and Winter
speech.
Soldier, it means
Que
almost
cute.
the same thing. It's about how far Falcon and Bucky are willing to go in pursuit of justice. That was a little more cut and dry during the Winter Soldier movie, even though that was a thriller plot. Like, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? This guy's my friend. I need to save him. I can't take him down. But you have all the Hydra stuff, so we knew who
That
the
suit
bad
is
guys
pretty
were.
sick,
Like,
I can't lie.
Hydra is the bad guy. This time, though, after Avengers Endgame, the threat is a little more insidious because it's all about Thunderbolt Ross, the U.S. government.
Can we get
hijacking
Sebastian
the
to play,
Captain America mantle and legacy, in addition to all the Baron Zemo stuff.
Luke
The way they're
Skywalker,
positioning
please?
The Baron Zemo terror plot and all the trailer footage about him trying to destroy all superheroes, they shouldn't exist.
That CGI
He's
was
meant to be
ass.
the
Can we please just
obvious villain
recast
of the
him, like
series.
younger him
But
to be
because the
Sebastian?
series
That's
is
it.
largely
The
inspired
same way
by
they
the
recasted,
tone and the action.
the same way they recasted Han Solo to be younger. Why don't they just do the same thing with Luke? Sebastian, yo, Disney, get on it, man. Christ, get with the program.
Of the Winter Soldier movie, you're meant to question authority, and they're just picking up on what's happening with Thunderbolt Ross and the government after Avengers Endgame. And that's where we get to the connection between what's happening on WandaVision and the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. The connection is through what SWORD and Tyler Hayward are doing, or were doing up to this point, turning SWORD into a sentient weapons program and organization, militarizing what basically used to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. version of NASA. As we've learned from Tyler Hayward during the WandaVision episodes, after the snap in Avengers Infinity War, everyone that survived in the government, the military, freaked out. Every single agency like SWORD, what's left of S.H.I.E.L.D., it kind of still exists, but not really in the MCU. Thunderbolt Ross, who's still in charge of the World Security Council, they all doubled down on militarizing everything. And I believe that Thunderbolt Ross was not snapped, so he had 5 years to go way more hardcore than he was before Infinity
Stop.
War. Within Sword, we saw that they were trying to
Can we just get him to be
Vision
Red Hulk
and use
already?
his technology to develop more sentient weapons. A lot of you actually asked me now if I think that that's them setting up the concept for the X-Men Sentinels in the MCU, like through this sentient weapons program. It's very possible. WandaVision is supposed to lay some track work for mutants in the MCU, as we've seen with Monica Rambeau getting her DNA mutated by the Hex, turning her into a version of Spectrum from the comics. But the way this all affects Thunderbolt Ross in the events of Falcon and Winter Soldier is that the military basically reactivates the Super Soldier program through the Weapons Plus program that Thunderbolt Ross created. He talked about that in the Incredible Hulk movie, but part of the actual synopsis for the series early on was that Bucky and Falcon learned that someone is trying to reactivate the Weapons Plus program.
Oh my God!
It's only part of the plot. As you've seen in the trailer footage, that's totally true because we're getting the U.S. agent version of Captain America. Like the flyers from inside the actual episode say, Cap is back, but it's not Steve Rogers' Captain America they're talking about. It's the U.S. agent version of Cap, who we finally get some more footage of in the trailer in his actual costume with the shield. This is him kneeling down inside this warehouse. Weirdly, they've been holding back on footage of him. Like, yeah, we know what's going on. We know this is all about U.S. agent Captain America. The whole conflict there being that old man Steve Rogers passed the mantle to Falcon in the shield, and Thunderbolt Ross is probably like, oh, hell no, I own the rights to that shield. I represent the government owns that shield. He had such a contentious relationship with Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he wants a symbol to rally people around, a symbol that he can control, like a dog of war that he can just unleash around the world when he wants problems taken care of. So more WandaVision connections. Thunderbolt Ross is basically doing the same thing Tyler Hayward and Sword were doing, but with the Captain America and Super Soldiers. The darkest timeline versions of Captain America. That's what some of the footage of all the soldiers lining up in their dress uniforms is about. Like, they're just sort of hyping up that there's a new program that they reactivate, and they're looking for candidates for the next Captain America, and it just winds up being U.S. agent that they land on. There are more scenes of Winter Soldier training Falcon how to throw the
I don't know
shield
this
correctly
U.S.
so that it
agent.
returns to
Does he
you.
have?
Nice
Is
callback
he
to all the times
a
that he
little
used
bit
the
brolic
shield
or
himself
something?
during the Winter
Or is he
Soldier
just
movie and Captain America Civil
good
War
at
when they were
fighting?
tag teaming Iron Man?
Get him! Get him!
Title while they were filming Falcon and Winter Soldier
Boom.
was tag team.
Boom.
But that's because obviously they're giving off so much Riggs and Murtaugh lethal weapon energy during this. All these agents walking down the staircase might be the same ones from earlier in the other trailers. Those might be either the German police force or from the Czech Republic. It's a little hard to tell just from the badges on their shoulders, but I believe it's meant to be the same group. The series will have them traveling all over the world, but a lot of places in Eastern and Western Europe. Like, a lot of the scenes take place in Germany, like this fight scene with what looks like U.S. agent because there's this big German sign in the warehouse, and it looks like it's connected to the footage of Falcon holding the shield while he's wearing his costume. Like, either they're both there trying to take someone down, or they get into a fight themselves with the shield. But the whole idea is the Baron Zemo is traveling all over the world with the Flag Smashers, so they're chasing him all over the world. There's footage from all over the place, but a lot of the trailer footage is specific to what's happening in Madripoor, which is a big X-Men comic book location. Port of call for Marvel villains, so to speak. Just a lot of shady stuff goes on there. The official synopsis for the series that they have on the wiki right now has them trying to stop the anti-governmental group, the Flag Smashers, but the way they're positioning Baron Zemo in all this trailer footage makes it seem like he's using the Flag Smashers as his pawns. I know there's a lot of questions about there maybe being multiple versions of Captain America's shield during the trailer. Like, does the government Thunderbolt Ross try to fabricate another second shield for U.S. agent?
Probably.
The way it looks in all the trailer footage, it looks like the exact same shield, so it's kind of hard to tell because the trailer footage is kind of broken up from all the different episodes. Like, if you go back and you watch the WandaVision trailers, there's footage from the final WandaVision episodes, like episodes 8 and 9, in the very first trailers that they released. So it's probably the same deal. Look at me, man. There's probably footage here from later in the episodes and from the very beginning of the series.
Seen that?
So it sounds like Falcon probably doesn't get the shield back for good till towards the end of the series. And for a big portion early on, it's U.S. agent walking around with Captain America's shield. I'm not completely sold on the multiple shields theory until we see some more footage, but a lot of you have also asked me, because they're trying to set up Weapons Plus, will we also see them trying to set up the concept of adamantium during the series?
Yes,
because
please.
U.S. scientists created adamantium when they were trying to fabricate more vibranium. Adamantium is a vibranium alloy. Basically what happened is U.S. scientists tried to combine vibranium with steel, and it wound up turning into adamantium. The difference between the two is that vibranium is just better at absorbing kinetic damage, but adamantium is a much denser material. So that's why in most fights, why Wolverine's claws, for example, are capable of scratching Captain America's shield, But given enough force, like extreme force,
Ooh.
adamantium weapons could cut through vibranium. But it would take someone as strong as like Thanos or the Hulk or Thor wielding a vibranium weapon to do that. They tried to hype that up during Avengers Endgame when Thanos was using his giant double-bladed sword to attack Captain America's shield and basically cut it almost in half. Thanos' weapon wasn't adamantium though, it was actually Uru metal. It's the same metal that's used to make all of the Asgardian weapons like Stormbreaker, Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, all their armor. As for Thunderbolt's Easter eggs, Red Hulk setup, it just sounds like that's all going to be happening in the background. I'm not expecting to.
Let's go! I need a Red Hulk.
I think they'll probably save something like that for a dedicated Hulk project like She-Hulk or something later on. Remember the Avengers Age of Ultron post-credit scene with Thanos where he says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." I feel like we're going to get a similar moment with
Thunderbolt Ross.
at some
Yes!
point. Like, all these people have failed me, all these programs that I've been trying to create. Fine, I'll do it myself. And he puts himself through a version of the Weapons Plus program. The early theory with Thunderbolts, though, is that by the end of the series, they'll finally capture Baron Zemo. They won't kill him, but Thunderbolt Ross will come to him offering him a deal. We'll give you time off your sentence if you help join our program here. I'm putting together a team. The whole thing with the Thunderbolts in the MCU is they're basically a version of Marvel's Suicide Squad. And the reason why Thunderbolt Ross would do that is because he hates superheroes just as much as Baron Zemo talks about during the trailer. Superheroes should not exist because Thunderbolt Ross can't control any of the superheroes. He can't control the Avengers, but he does need an expendable group of very powerful individuals to do his dirty work. So once we start getting Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes, I'll start pointing out Thunderbolt's Easter eggs as we start seeing them, like which people are going to be on that first version of the team. I'll talk more about Young Avengers stuff after we get the WandaVision finale too. But
That's
everyone
pretty
post
sick.
all your theories about Falcon and Winter Soldier in the comments below. We'll get more trailers before the series drops, but what's going to happen in a couple weeks is we'll get the WandaVision finale, and the week after that there'll be a special bonus episode for that, and then the week after that is when we get Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1. And we're actually getting the Justice League Snyder Cut the night before Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1 drops, so I'm going to be pretty busy that week. As long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you'll see all those videos though. Leave all your requests for bonus.
Yeah, man. Subscribe to me and subscribe to Emergency Awesome. That's the boy. But yeah, I'm sorry, but Falcon and Winter Soldier does not seem that appealing to me. I don't know. It just looks kind of whack, man. I guess it's because it's a little bit on the more realistic side. I've never, like, that's also why I've never enjoyed, what's his name? War Machine too much. Because it wasn't like Tony Stark, where Tony Stark could, like, continuously, like, make his suit denser and denser and still have the same strength. War Machine is just like, that's his suit, is Matt Brolick, and he shoots people. My boy Falcon flies around. Does he have like the super soldier strength? No, I don't think so. I think he just flies around. I mean, yeah, he kicks ass, but like. Then Winter Soldier's pretty nice. I mess with the silver arm and the, you know, the wavy fighting styles. He's kind of cool. But I don't know. They've never really, that side has never really interested me that much. You know, I'm more of a Spider-Man kind of guy. I always have been since a little boy. I used to always like I'd have a massive amount of Spider-Man toys just cause favorite character. And from this, that will conclude our Marvel section. Comics, MCU, whatever you want to call it, you know. That little section wrapped. It is time. Yo. Oof. We got to start off with Jujutsu Kaisen. Because I'm gonna play a little recap. That shit was fire. It was so good, man. So good. I don't know if anyone watches it, but these 4 minutes of recap, You're about to witness history in the making. This is incredible. Let me throw you back in the mix. And look at that. Jujutsu Kaisen is only up to episode 19 right now. Like, this is the most recent episode that just came out. It's so... I'll just play this. You'll see. Okay, Itadori, that's him. He's the main character, and then his boy Todo came into. Ooh, ready for action. Listen to that, the confidence. Ooh! Oh my god! Can you do it right? Yeah. Oh!
怒りは術師にとって重要な取り怒りで呪力を乱し実力を発揮できず負けることもなだがその怒りお前には余る
The rage is too much for you.
収めろ
He slapped him twice.
Thank you so much. Best friend.
Best friend.
戦を経験した者とそうでない者とでは呪力の革新との距離に
All right, oof. Okay. I want my heart wants to make a comparison between Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto. So we all know his sensei, Goju, I think it's pronounced. I'm sorry, probably butchered that shit. But he really looks like Kakashi, and I reckon that is who that person is to him, relationship wise. Like, that's his sensei, that's his, like, you know, team leader. But I feel like Todo is definitely his Jiraiya sensei, because they have the same type of like, they use their mana in the same way. It's pretty sick. You'll see. Like the same way that Jiraiya knows. Woo! Rasengan and the Toads. Black Flash, taught by Todo, with his own mana fighting style. It would seem that. He's like, ow! Yeah, look, they were flying through trees. Holy crap! Because the enemy was able to produce that. Super strange. It was like sick. Whoa, oof. Oh, look at these guys! Flawlessly, oof. Oof. And then... Yeah! Sick. It's so good. You monster. He went from best friend to brother. That's what I'm saying. Yes! Okay. Yo, did you see that? Todo is the man. Oh, there's more? What's this? Oh, that's just, you know, subscribe. Nah, for sure. Subscribe to Lennox Tube. You spelled Lennox kind of weird there, but yo, this anime is so good. So it's just chef's kiss. The way it started, the way it's going, it's like after every single episode, you just want to watch another. Like, it's not a dull moment in that anime. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, a little bit of Boruto. We gotta catch up with Boruto. Naruto-san. For those of you who don't know who Boruto is, that is the continuation of Naruto. And this is his son, Boruto. That's that boy. Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't transitioned yet. Look at me over here playing games. That guy. So, this one. This one. Oh my god, this episode was... And this one, I definitely have stuff to talk about. And point out and highlight and theorize. I have that for this. Hey, play. Alright? Come on. That boy Kashin Koji summoned the toad. Oh man. Al. Yeah, that's his name, Al. So that's Kashin Koji, bearing a striking resemblance to Jiraiya Sensei. And then he traps them in a seal. Went off. This is what's so cool about Konohamaru right now. He's about to pop out. Watch him. You know too much. Oh, they didn't show when he popped out. Oh, here he goes. He's like, relax. Oof. Look. Hold on. Just missed it by that much. Whoa! Caught him! Alright. You see it? You see it? The little thing? You can't see it much with the mask, but now that, you know, they close up on him, Jiraiya, although he has a red one, it's still down the eye, this way. I wonder if they'll ever reveal him, like take his mask off. I mean, I'm sure they'll explain his story later on, but it's just like, whoa. This dude either like extracted DNA from the Jiraiya's body in the ocean, in the village of Rain. Is it in the ocean? Is that count as the ocean? Wherever that is, you know, all the way at the bottom of wherever that was. Maybe somebody, you know, collected the body, extracted DNA, you know, made a clone. I reckon, I just came up with that right now, man. I reckon Kashin Koji is a clone of Jiraiya Sensei, and this is why he is able to produce these. You know, there's more. There's more. That sort of ninjutsu won't work on me. Big bro. Yeah. Oof. Oh. You seen what the baby pulled out. Yes, it was. Also has the long hair. So I don't know if they're gonna explain it here. Sensei. Okay, they didn't explain it, but Kashin Koji, basically, that's his version of Amaterasu. He threw a frog at him, and it's like it's a flame that you can't put out. Like it burns forever. So Kanohamaru Sensei was about to die, but oof. Yes, sir. Okay, so this goes to show that Boruto, in moments of despair, is just like Naruto in the sense where his like powers just kick in. Cause look, he's completely confused by what's going on right now. Completely. He's like, yo, what just happened? No one knows. We don't know. The audience doesn't know. Whoever hasn't watched this anime, none of, like, we don't know exactly what the karma does, and this is the first time it's actually named by Kashin Koji. Well, identified, because he knows what it is. So, you know, he was the first one to just throw the name in there. He didn't know what that black dot on his hand was, and he didn't know it could expand that big, all across, all the way up until his eye. He didn't know that. At first, it just started as a diamond given to him after he killed a alien demon whose name was Momoshiki, and he was an ancient member of like a ninja alien race. It's pretty sick. Yeah, it was the first time he used his power. Karma. So they also... Okay, stop. Okay, so they also didn't mention Kashin Koji only left. He spared them because he was like, this is all the information I need. Like, this karma was given to him by Momoshiki. Apparently the Kara, which is the organization that Kashin Koji is a part of, they know about it already. They know about this curse mark. They know it's called Kara. They know it's called karma. But they didn't know who else was blessed with it. They knew somebody had it, they just didn't know who. And out of the woodworks, he encounters Naruto's son, Boruto, and he finally sees who the other person who was blessed with the karma with. And there's two people that have the karma. And they didn't. How could you not reveal it in the freaking thing? Okay, it was at the very end. Let me bring y'all back to in and out. At the very end of that episode, they finally revealed what's his face? If you guys watched the first episode, Kawaki, that's his name. They finally revealed Kawaki. You see him at the end, knocked out on the floor, unconscious, and they're like, "Yo, we should help him." And he's like on the ground, and he has no help. He's just knocked out around a whole bunch of dead puppets. So that was the end of that episode. They didn't show that scene for some reason in the recap, but that happened. And she was crazy. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, big recommend. Boruto is popping right now. It's going off. I really like the trajectory. I should just stick to not saying words, right? I really enjoy it. I like where it's going. You know, writers are doing their thing right now. Anyway, now we move on to the next segment. Gaming. So, as you guys know, I am a huge Skate 3 fan. Huge. Like, I play it all the time. You've seen it. You've seen me stream it. And after how many years? I have no idea how many years it's been. It's been many. Like, whew. Many years since Skate 3 came out. And they're finally making a fourth. Oh, man. I'm so excited. I really, like... It's just so exciting, man. This game is my childhood. This game is nostalgia to me. Because I was... You know, I grew up skating, but I was never really nice like that. So when I played this game, I was nasty. You know, kind of like that video game developer version of Peter was talking about in that comic. You know, you have control over everything in the video game. So I was sick. I still am. Skate 3, ooh. Watch when Skate 4 comes out. I've been practicing my Skate 3. Once Skate 4 comes out, it's raps for everybody. Let an online come up. I'm washing you all. Washing. I promise. I'm washing you in Skate 4. It hasn't even came out, and I'm still washing you. Alright. So, I'm going to show you guys the trailer. Because I don't think I fully watched this myself. I might have, but I don't remember it at all. But this is how it was announced. I want you to watch this with me.
Thank you. So the moment is here.
Yes.
We finally get to say,
we're back. We're doing it. Skate's happening.
Yeah.
We're rolling. We secretly got together. It's the beginning. The skate evolution continues.
We've been waiting
so
years,
excited.
honestly, to make the right game at the right time with the right idea, and really, really pleased to say that we're here. It is really early, but it takes a little while to find Cuz or wake him up.
Dude, harsh. Still, we've got a long way to go, but we're stoked, and this is just the beginning.
And seriously, we really can't wait to bring you guys in and have you be a part of it with us.
We want to thank you for your passion.
Context, you know, I know not everybody's a big of fan of the game as I am. Cuz can't be identified. If you go watch my Road to the Crown stream, every single time I enter a competition, that's the guy who's announcing it.
Patience and all the support that you've shown, you know, us to get to this point.
The comments.
It's amazing. We cannot believe you commented this into existence. Amazing. Skate changed my life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so one thing a lot of people don't know about why Skate 4 is getting made is because Skate 3 fans harassed the shit out of EA. Like, I was a member of that too. Anything EA would drop, we would comment Skate 4, Skate 4, Skate 4, Skate 4, Skate 4. Everyone wanted Skate 4. it was like, oh, EA doesn't want to come out with Skate 4? Say less. The skate community, we got you good. We got you good. We commented this game into existence. If you go into some old EA posts, you might find me in the comments, to be honest, on Instagram. Check that out. Yo, it's the comments are flooded with Skate 4. Probably with anything they're dropping right now, too. Or maybe not, because this was already announced. Maybe everybody's like, alright, maybe we should stop being complete dicks about it. But in news of Skate 4, they have already gained a producer. Full Circle. Yeah. Oh my god, I am so excited. Which better be named Skate 4 does not have an announced release date on platforms. Oh my god. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. It's my man's birthday. What? You heard that? I was gonna answer. But it's alright. If he calls back, I'll answer. It's his birthday. It's my man's. Shout out James. It's my boy James's birthday. 222. It's today. Anyway. So yeah, that's that on Skate 4. That's the news on Skate 4. Right? And I've heard that Smash has got some new characters. So let's check them out. I don't think I know them. I've never been a big Nintendo fan either. Like, I've always liked their projects, but, I've never been, like, a super invested person into them, So I promise I don't know these guys. But let's see what they can do.
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
Whoa. Bye, Pyra. What is this? This doesn't look like Smash. I'm getting impatient.
I couldn't find her anywhere. It was as if she vanished off the face of all rest. Without a trace.
Whoa.
Where have you gone?
Where have you gone?
I'll find you, whatever it takes.
I kind of like this character already. You got me with the accent.
This is where you were.
Whoa!
Sorry, Rex.
Ooh.
I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
Whoa!
Huh?
Oh, snap.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis! Smash Flare!
You powered up your Smash attack with fire?
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Blazing End!
Oh!
Genius. You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters!
There are no pushovers!
This trailer is so good.
Talk about a tight spot. Mithra? Let me handle this.
Oh, what? You say you got multiple personality disorder? Copy. What you be doing?
Cutting it close, huh? Oh, hey, were these guys planning on leaving? Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through. Lightning, thunder. Photon A. Ray of punishment. Chromata. Foresight.
What?
Right here.
I'm on this one.
Between each other freely.
What?
Furious fire. Blinding speed. Together.
You can.
Nothing can stand our way.
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Yes.
Grumps?
I've missed this, buddy. Monday by once a while. Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's some more.
You're all mine.
I'll lay you a hand.
Sacred arrow. Unspurred. Burning sword.
Nailed it.
Sure did. Witness our power. Shulk?
Oh
Never
snap!
expected to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words.
I wanna.
Forget. We're fighters too.
Sick. Wow. That was really good. Okay. Yeah. What? Yeah. Speechless, man. I really didn't think I was like gonna like it that much because I didn't know the characters. So I'm just like, I don't know. You know, usually new characters, unless they're like somebody I know, I'm not like. But the way they were fighting, the moves, the styles, it's looking very promising. I really enjoyed that trailer. I reckon it might be a character I'm gonna pick up. Hopefully. And so threw you back into In and Out, cause from here, I just wanted to talk about Little Nightmares. Cause I think I'm gonna be playing it on the channel. And for Little Nightmares, I have to start with the first one because I haven't played it, and I don't know what either of them are about at all. Like I've seen little snippets of gameplay and seen little scenes where there's like, you know, some weird necked person, you know, crawling through vents, some weird shit. But never really got into the story or anything like that. So I'm going to watch the trailer to the first one and the second one because I plan on playing both. Whoa, what's good with this? The stream alright? You nice and dandy, yeah? Right. Right. Moving on. So we're gonna watch the first trailer. Live reaction. You know me. You know me. You know me. Let's throw you back in there. Throw you back in there, Johnny. Throw you back in there, Johnny. Peggy 16.
Peggy 16.
Yeah, tell him. Tell him, bro. Bandai Namco? Alright, sick. Oh! That's mad cute. I reckon I'm gonna enjoy this game. I really like it. I like third person games. I don't like first person games. Like Outlast? Christ. Oh my god, that was kind of scary. And I could imagine what it's like when you're actually playing the game and you have both of your headphones on. Probably sounds crazy. Oh my god. Oh, run! He gonna kill you. In the best way possible. What you mean? Oh my god, relax. Are you okay? Ew, what is that? Ooh. Little nightmares. Alright. Definite cop. Definite cop. I don't know how long the game is, but I'm gonna play it anyway, man. And from here, stop. We go to number 2. I want to see the trailer to number 2. Ooh, look at the frames. Yeah, extra HD. And creepier music. Oh! What? You gotta be smashing heads in like that? Oh, sick. I like this. This is really cute. Like, you know, you're little. Look at him. Chucking acorn. I mean, pine cone. That sounds so rich. I wanna play it anyway. Why? Why would you turn off the light? I'm gonna stop playing. You went into the TV, run away! Horror adventure world with friend. Ooh, what are those things floating? That's what cute. I want to play this. This is definitely coming to the channel. Absolutely. Absolutely. 3 Beckett. 3 Beckett in and out. Ooh, 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 ooh. And now, let me look for some copyright-free music, because we're gonna be playing. I'm gonna be taking a quiz. I'm trying to find an artist I know. Nope, don't know any of these. Yeah, I don't know any of these. Let's play Bumpin' though. A song called Bumpin'. I wanna bump. Hey yo. Hey yo. I think I want to put it a little bit louder. Just. A little bit less. Alright, that's cool. I mean, the beat bumps. You know what? Let me chill. Let me chill. Yeah. All right. Bang! And here we are. We're gonna take a quiz, man. We're gonna take a quiz. See how New York I am. I want to see how I want to see how New York City I am. All right. So let's. Nah, this song is blowing mine. I'm sorry. Give me something else. Fired up. How you name a song Fired Up and it starts with a gentle piano? I mean, I'm sure it's gonna turn up, but like, don't be doing that to me. It's too slow. I thought it wasn't gonna be. Come on. Yeah, nobody want to copyright these. Redline? What's this? What is this? I don't know any of it. There's some Stranger Things shit right here. You know what I mean? Is it this? First of all, I'm just looking through copyright free music right now. Let me see. This is okay. Let's start from the beginning. All right. You're walking on Broadway and you spot a rat scurrying across the path directly in front of you. You am used to this shit by now, so you don't give it a second thought. Webster's defines chicken and rice as a national what? It has to be a tasty meal all over NYC because they serve it at all the trucks. Am I right? A good idea at 3 a.m. that you'll probably regret in the morning. That's not true. Chicken and rice is wavy. That's a fact. You can get it all over. National dish of Singapore. I don't know about all that. I never been to Singapore. Chicken and rice. I don't know. That's probably that. My head wants to answer, chicken and rice. Which set of adjectives best describe you? Anxious, driven, creative, open-minded. Relaxed, but a little cynical, open to new experiences. Friendly, traditional, and hospitable. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Anxious, driven, creative, and open-minded. That is definitely me. Does the thought of food served out of a sidewalk cart get you salivating? There's so many food trucks around here type shit. Like, I used to work on Wall Street. Like, there's literally a whole strip of that. So, like, to me, it's like, it could be okay. A tourist stops you on the street to ask you directions. This makes you feel irritated beyond belief when you interrupted my music. When I'm walking outside, I always have my earphones in and I'm listening to music. If you stopping me to ask me for direction, you blowing mine. Get away from me. Yo. Your friend's band is playing tonight in Williamsburg. You arrive at Union Square, but of course the L train isn't running. What do? I'm taking a cab. Yeah, facts. Go upstairs and grab a cab. Take the 6 to the J. Nah, that's my work. That's if I'm broke. I'm grabbing a cab. It's your best friend's birthday and you're in charge of the party. Where do you go? Meatpacking. I know a promoter. East Village, Alphabet City, LES. Somewhere near the PATH train. Wildin'. Start off the night at Times Square, TGI Fridays. End up at Mixology Bar. You saw on the Food Network. You wildin'. What is that? For sure, LES. You know? That's what I'm saying. Why are you not at Shake Shack right now? Yeah, that's a fact. That line is crazy. I only eat vegan yuca fries. That's a good one. Pop quiz. How should I get Brooklyn? Hold on. First of all, I need to change this song. This shit is wilding in my ears. Go on with all that mess. First of all, beloved, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, beloved? I can't see the photos. How should I get from Brooklyn? You're literally showing me blank images. What is this? Get this out of here. What song is this? Switching sides. Graffiti? I like graffiti. Maybe this is a nice song. Alright. I can't see anything, so I'm just gonna randomly answer. Oh, this is just... Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess that one. Imagine it's like, you're right. New York City is a common jungle where dreams are made of. Place where anything is possible. Center of the universe. The greatest city in the world. Get this out of my face. Yo, look at all these ads. Jeez, alright. I get it. Oh my god. Yeah, for sure. Greatest city in the world. That's a fact. I'm glad there's no words. Not many words. Click to get your result. Take this short survey to see your... Oh my god, are you kidding me? What do you... I am 24 years old. Get this out of here. How often did you purchase phone? Man, what y'all need to know for this for? Get away from me. On average, I don't have a credit card. Leave me alone. Prefer not say. Get me out of here. No. Never, 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 never. Get away from me. This is not what I came for. I'm 88%. What would have been 100? That's what I want to know. Look at all these ads. Jesus Christ. See other results. You are... Oh, I could literally change it? That's so weird. Why would I do that? Why would you be that much of a cornball? A sore loser. Just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change this to 100. Like what? Move. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is the perfect, absolute perfect way. Perfect way to end the stream. Yo, this is the Madagascar song, and you know me, King Julian in the cut. I'm here to stay. Imagine now I'm leaving and like after the song ends. I'm enjoying this. What song is this, actually? I might start my streams like this. I like some moving. Well, beautiful stream. All my lovely viewers. I appreciate you for coming out. Yo, if you're here right now, click that like button. Subscribe. Please. Yo, but let me know. Did you guys enjoy this Monday night banter? Episode 2 was pretty lit. I had some fun. I had some fun, for sure. All the shit we reacted to and watched. My theories. Music. You got to learn how much NYC I am. 88%. The rest is Dominican. Alright. Whoa. There goes my chapstick. That's what I get for playing around. I'm wildin'. Alright, man. Everyone, have a beautiful night. Stay safe. I love you.